guys, what's up? Welcome once again to my YouTube channel. This is FX. As you all know, this channel is well dedicated to help you improve your trading skills, to help you grow your knowledge on what trading is all about, how to move from a newbie to pro trader. Alright, so what we'll be talking about today is support and resistance. Alright, so we'll be talking about what support is and what resistance is, and I'll be breaking down the things that is associated to making you make use of this wonderful strategy to make money and make crazy money in the market. All right, so I'll be keeping this video very short as possible as I can, and definitely by the end of this video I can assure you that I have one strategy that's going to help you trade in the market. All right, so let's get down to business. All right, so what is support and what is resistance is what we'll be going to talking about first, and I'll be telling you what you need to do to make use of these things, how to use, when to use, and the other things associated to these things. So talking about support and resistance first, that is the first thing first on our agenda in this video. And then the second thing is making use of the trend of the market to use support and resistance, because it is very crucial for you to know the trend of the market before you can use them. So you need to be able to understand the trend of the market before you can make use of support and resistance. So it's like an ingredient. It's like you trying to make a cake. If you want to make a cake, you need to get the tools, you need to get all the ingredients ready so that you can make the cake, and then you have the recipe. So that is what I'm going to be doing today. I'm going to be giving you the ingredients, I'm going to be giving you the tools, and I'm going to be giving you the recipe. It's all recipe actually, don't mind me. All right, so first thing first, let's talk about what support is and what resistance is. All right, support is actually a price level that buyers are looking to take their buy setup from. It's very simple as that. Very simple. And resistance is just quite the opposite. Resistance is just like a very good level where sellers are looking to sell the market. As you all know, when you are a trader, you can either choose to be a buyer, you can either choose to be a seller, depending on what the situation you find yourself. All right, so it's very simple as that. So if you are using support, it technically means that you are looking for a buy, and if you are making use of resistance, it definitely means you are looking to sell the market. Regardless, you need to know how to use them. All right, so, and I need to tell you, support and resistance is one of the most common and the most basic strategy that most of the traders you are seeing out there, I mean the big traders you're seeing out there, most of them uses this support and resistance. It's one of their basic strategy. It's one of the strategy that you can find them using almost every single time. So you need to pay attention to this support and resistance so that you can learn a lot by the end of this video. All right, so let me quickly, since we've discussed and I've explained what this support and resistance literally means, now let me get down to business for you. So before we dive into the charts, like I said, you need ingredients. Is the ingredient you need to know the trend of the market first. You need to be able to identify the trend of the market. If you can identify the trend of the market, trust me, you'll be able to use the support and resistance anywhere, anytime, any day. All right, so knowing the trend of the market is very simple, and I'm going to tell you how to be able to identify the trend of the market. All right, so knowing the trend of the market is very simple. All you just need to do is just to listen well to me. First things first, we have three different types of the market trend, which means that the market is always any one of the three that I'm about to mention. anyone. You might probably, most of the times, you will seal the market either uptrend, downtrend, or ranging. Nothing less, nothing more. The market is can be ranging. The market can be in an uptrend or a downtrend. Nothing more, nothing less. Those three things are the major trend of the market. So the first thing is the uptrend, which is also called bullish trend. Uptrend, which is also called the bullish trend. And then we have the downtrend, which is also called the bearish trend. And then we also have the ranging trend, which is also called a choppy market. All right, so now quickly I'll be breaking these three things down for you, although this is not the thing I'm going to be emphasizing on, but these are the ingredients you need to be able to use support and resistance. All right, but if you want to watch full video on how to identify the trend of the market, you can still find the video in my YouTube channel, and then you can learn and learn more. All right, so quickly, let me start with the uptrend. An uptrend is when the market is going up, when you are seeing the market creating series of higher highs and higher lows. It's just very simple. An uptrend is when you're seeing the market going up, when you see the market is moving up and moving up, and when you see the downtrend is it, obviously from the way I pronounced it, is when the market is moving down, when the market's giving you series of lower lows, lower highs, lower lows, lower highs. And then you have the ranging market. The ranging market is usually when the market is moving from one price to another, and it is very constant. It is not creating a higher high, it is not creating a lower low. We are seeing the market moving within a range. And I will explain this to you. For example, the market starts from 150, moves up to 1000, moves up to 155, and then from 155 again, you start seeing the market moving towards 150 again, and then from 150 going back to 155. As you can see, just the way I explained it, it's moving in a range. It's moving in between 150 and 155. That is ranging market for you. All right, so, and I'm going to be telling you how this support and resistance is now attached to knowing the trend of the market. So let me quickly dive into the chart so that you can see for yourself and know why it is crucial for you to now know the trend of the market, so that you can use support and resistance, so that you can make that money that you're intending on making. All right, so I'll be using Bitcoin for an example. I'm probably not be using just Bitcoin. We might probably go into gold, silver, or even USY. All right, so first thing first, as you can see, we are on a daily time frame on BTC, and currently now, what I'm currently seeing here is a downtrend. It means the market is bearish. Are you getting me? This market is bearish. Now that moves us back to the definition of support and resistance that I told you. If you can remember, support is a support level where buyers are looking to buy the market, and resistance is where the sellers are looking to sell the market. So based on the trend of the market on BTC right now, what are we looking to do? We are looking to sell the market because, number one, the market is clearly on a downtrend, and we are not going to trade against the market. That is one thing you need to pay attention to as well. If you're on a downtrend, you need to learn to go along with the trend of the market. So that is why most of the times you see on trading video tell you to watch first before you leap. So that means you need to know what you're doing before you jump in. You understand? So now we are not going against the trend of the market. We are just focusing on following the trend of the market. We are doing whatever the market is doing. That is what we are focusing on. So now, because the market is on a downtrend, we are hoping to sell the market. And if we are selling the market, it means that we are using more of resistance, because resistance is a market level where sellers are looking to sell the market. So if your other traders are looking to sell the market, you should also sell the market as well. And if you are going to sell the market, make sure you are selling at a resistance level for you not to be in a team. You understand? So that's another reason why we are going to be selling the market. All right. So logically, as I said, this is a downtrend. What we are going to be looking for right now is resistance, and now I'm going to help you spot out what and how to identify resistance. So now, when it comes to resistance, you need to learn to know a lower low, a lower high. In a downtrend, you will always see the market consisting of lower high and equal low, equal high. That is the things that you see the market of downtrend that comprises of. You understand? It's like a body in a downtrend. All right. So if you know that it's a body in the downtrend, now here we can see the market was ranging, and all of a sudden we see this equal high, and then the market broke this structure, meaning that the market broke this principle of an uptrend or a ranging market. So it gave us a lower low, and now the market now gives us a lower high. So for you to be able to spot your resistance, you need to spot your resistance in a lower high. Your resistance will always be spotted at a lower high. Your resistance will always be in a lower high. So now that you understand the of the market, so the market is currently the market this gave a lower low, and now the market gave us a low, and from there we see a very huge dump, giving us a, what do we look for? Look for a lower high, and if we are hoping to see a lower high, it means that we are targeting a resistance. And when you spot your resistance is always connected to a lower high and the last lower low that you had. So now look at this is major low. Now if I'm to be spot out my, all right. All right, so like I just said, looking to find my resistance out of the last lower low that we had before the current lower low that we currently have. So now I'm now using that last lower low to become my lower high. My mentality is that when the market is now approaching that last lower low, so I'm going to use it as my own low. If I'm going to be using that lower high, it's going to be my entry point to sell the market. Now, if you observe, as you can see, this resistance level, what do you see? You saw a huge dump. A huge dump. So now, you had this trade, assuming you had placed this trade, you'll be seeing something like 1:5, 1:4, 1:6, depending on your lot size. You can see easy peasy, very safe. And this is how to use a support and resistance. If you have questions, you can just drop in the comments. It will help you make more videos that will help you. Don't worry, this channel is going to help traders to maximize their knowledge on what to do. All right, so you can see, I spotted out the resistance level, and when the market approached that level, what did I do? I looked into selling the market. But then again, before you sell the market, there is one thing you need to also know. You need to wait for confirmation. And what are confirmation? Confirmations are the signs, are the things that you see forming that will tell you the market is okay, very good, along with your plan. And what are the signs that you can see? You can find your signs by the candlestick that is forming, by the chart patterns, by the movement of the market, by the volatility of the market. Once you see the market reacting in that zone, you should pay attention. You should let your guards up. Don't let your guards down. If you let your guards down, you will miss the opportunity, and then you'll start imagining the money you would have made assuming you took the trade. All right, so that's explanation on how to. There's another way you can use a resistance. You can also use a resistance in a ranging market. All right, so now let me quickly tell you something about ranging market. Ranging market is a very tricky zone where you need to act more smarter. I mean more smarter because you have a limited to trade the market. And why is that? The market is not giving you that. You understand? So once you need to know this, you can use resistance in a ranging market, and you can also use a support in a ranging market. And why is that? It's because the market moves between one price to another, and it's consistently moving in between those prices. It's moving in between those prices. It means that both support and resistance is in it. So now I'll quickly give you. Let me now move down to a lower time frame. So I'm at least a very ranging trend in this. We can easily spot out on this BTC. But then again, we can still make use. Understand? And still make use of it. All right, all right, all right, all right. Okay, this is an example of what I'm saying when it comes to using support and resistance in the ranging market. So using support and resistance in a ranging market is very, very simple. All you just need to find is the last higher high and the last lower low. That is all you. So whenever the market is now approaching each level, you take advantage of it. So now say, okay, market gives us the last higher high, and then we are seeing the lower low. If you see that the market stopped here and I'm going to let my guards up. So now eventually the market rally moved later. What do you see after the market stopped here? We see the market stopping here. This is support level. Support level is when we are looking to buy the market. So say the market is ranging. Each time the market moves towards my support, I'm going to buy. So now after the market moved and tapped into my support level, what do I execute? I execute. Very and very easy, very, very simple and very you don't need to stress yourself. So what it means that whenever you see support, whenever you see resistance, all you just need to do is just to make sure that you are selling in a resistance level and you are buying in a support level. Are you getting me? You are selling in a resistance level and then you are buying in a support level. That's just what you need when you make trading the market. So in the market moving up. All right, so in the market, the market is kind of bullish on a lower time frame. And what do I do? Because I was looking for an opportunity to buy after this market buy. This is that buy here, very good to buy. And there is another one here, another good support level buy. Explain why it is very crucial for you to wait for confirmation before you buy. Now, first of all, because I understand kind of the market is currently doing, the market is going to do, I was paying attention to the market structure and the candlestick movements. That although was signaling for an opportunity to buy, it wasn't a good level to buy. And let's this level at the percent jump because I was observing the candlestick that was forming right here. It's a long bearish candle, and that's not a sign that the market is about to buy. That means the market is probably still very strongly bearish. But then market approaching a support level, there's exhaustion here, and then you see sharp movement. And what do you see after the market moving towards the level is buy happened. That's just the simple thing that you need to understand about support and resistance. Now, what you're going to do is just go inside the markets, follow these simple steps that I just taught you, and then now see if it works for you or not. So that will be that for today. I hope you learned one or two things from YouTube video. All right, so guys, this is what I'm going to be doing in this video episode for today. So you can just click the like button, share, and then subscribe to my YouTube channel for you to get more of these videos, and then we can meet next in our next video. And then I also have a Telegram channel that I do drop trading insights and trading signals as well. So I have people that are currently tutor, I have people that I currently teach mostly for free. But then again, I have decided it's a very technical thing that happens to traders once a trader is now moving from a newbie to a pro. Having confidence in yourself, you decide to like migrate and be me on a next level. So now I've decided that I'm not teaching people for free anymore. But then again, for now it's still free. But anytime soon, it's going to be very, very expensive for you to get access to my private tutor. Alright, so you guys, you need to stay chilled up, don't give up trading, practice, fail, fail again. But then again, it is very important for you to learn from your failure, because learning from your failure is what brings you closer to success. Stay chilled up. It's your guy again, in the UFX.